You're listening to the Real Agents of Charlotte at Level Up Realty with the HBIC.
La Panameña Realtor, the real OG.
The Inquisitive Realtor, the educating agent,
and the inspiring agent.
Where real meets real estate.
Level up, level up, level up. This is Queen Helen, the HBIC. We are coming to you live to give you more information, or not live, but live enough so that you can feel us through the speakers, to give you more information. And we are so happy that you have decided to join us on yet another podcast. Today, we're going to actually talk about the funniest moments or situations that you have experienced as a real estate agent. Super excited about that. How are you guys feeling about that this week, ladies?
I'm feeling good.
Good.
Yeah.
Great.
I got
Real excited. I got several. Last weekend, in fact.
Was funny.
Yeah.
Wow. So what are you guys doing this week? What did you do this week to level up? Tell me about it.
I connected with a school to do our coat drive.
Awesome.
To help out with our coat drive. So, or not to help out, for us to help them as far as providing coats to the school. So I did find a school to connect with to do that. So I'm excited about that coming up this next school year.
Wonderful. What did you do, Ray?
Well, I connected with a couple different people this week. I got a few buyers lined up, hopefully. I know I have one. I have a few buyers lined up, hopefully. I also went into my son's school and I talked to them about reading, because I know we wanted to kind of do the reading and help them with the math and stuff. So I talked to my son's teacher about that. So that might be a possibility for us to go and help them, the exceptional children. And I also signed up for a real estate seminar that is in May. So I did a couple things this week to try to,
Awesome.
level up and push through.
Great. So that's the Home in 2020 series that Rhea is talking about. At Level Up Realty, we do offer monthly home ownership seminars, so you can come in and level up with us. Tell me, how did you level up this week?
So I have really been pushing our tea party that we're going to have in April. So I'm super, super excited. Was able to successfully get us an exclusive vendor to be a part of that. And I can't wait for our current clients, future clients to really be a part of that event, because, we're always trying to do more and more in the community. And I just think it's going to be an amazing event.
Absolutely. I totally agree. Like, we are doing some big things here at Level Up Realty. Guys, you got to stay tuned. So we are about three things here. Some of our three core values are community, culture, and collaboration. So if you are an agent and you're wanting to take your career to the next level, why are you not leveling up? You're probably doing good, but you can do better.
Way better. So, you guys, this is the Inquisitive Realtor, and I want to go ahead and give you all my infamous advice of the day. So, I wanted to just jump right in and talk about, if opportunity doesn't knock, build a door. Imagine what we all could do if fear and money were not factors. So, I've really been trying to push and challenge myself to really ask, what would you do if you weren't afraid and you had all the money in the world? And of course, I have a long list because I love to shop. And if money wasn't an option, of course, I would be shopping. But I really challenged myself to dig a little deeper, especially being a small business owner. How can I really push myself? So I have my own list. But before I go into it, what are some things that you all would do if fear and money were not factors?
That is like a big question. Now you got us all here where we're pausing in silence. We're moving in silence.
Yes.
We are the queens of the jungle, but we are definitely moving in silence with that.
I think for me, what I would do, because I have anxiety. So I deal with anxiety after some things happened in my life a few years ago. I developed anxiety. So now I am like more afraid than I've ever been to travel. I've been on an airplane before. Everything that I'm afraid to do now, I've done before. So now I feel like I'm kind of stuck to where if I can't go in a car, and if I have to go over a long bridge over water, I'm not going.
We talked about
So
So what was you gonna do when we were gonna go on our cruise, like our level up cruise, like you were on water? So what are you saying?
I go on cruises. I just went on a cruise.
Okay.
I can go on a cruise. It's being elevated, I guess. I guess that's what it is.
So you don't want to fly.
So I can go on a cruise. Yeah, I don't want to fly. I don't want to, like, again, bridges over water. There's this bridge on I-10 in Texas. And after I went over the bridge and actually had a little anxiety attack, I saw this video of a trucker having to go over that same bridge. And he was having an anxiety attack. And I was like, oh, my God. I'm glad that when I went over it, I wasn't even driving. Like, I could not see what was going on. I just knew I was there.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, my thing is not the money, because, I mean, the money can come some kind of way. But my thing is the fear. So if fear was not a factor, I would definitely travel more. And I actually want to visit West Africa, not like the tourist spots, but I want to go to, like, you know, where the tribes are and that kind of stuff.
Where the real culture is.
Exactly.
Culture, there's that word again. Absolutely.
So if fear was not a factor, I would definitely travel to Africa.
Okay.
So now you got to make a plan on how you're going to overcome
Absolutely.
that anxiety.
That is definitely what I'm working on, because my kids want to travel.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to go to Vegas. My uncle lives in Vegas, and they want to go to Vegas. And I'm like, okay, Mama gonna get it together some kind of way. I said, you know what? Even if I have to do like a short trip, because, you know, like from Charlotte to Atlanta, that flight is really short. Mm-hmm. And so I said, even if I have to do a short flight just to kind of get it in my system, I'm gonna try to do that. But my thing too with my anxiety, I don't take medicine. I don't like taking medicine. I don't like how it makes me feel.
What about CBD?
I tried it. Didn't work for me. So, like, I'm just...
Because there's a lot of texts that I get on my phone about that. That's, like, weird.
I've tried
and that's
CBD.
why I mentioned that. I've never tried it, but I get, like, slammed with spam texts about that.
Yeah. I've tried it, and I actually tried smoking it. So, the little vape pen or whatever. Not vape pen or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? So, I tried that, and I got... It, like, just caused more anxiety because I just overthink stuff. And so I'm like, oh God, like, so I'm trying to figure out a natural way to kind of calm myself. And I've been looking up some stuff. So hopefully soon I'll be back flying.
Yeah, so maybe we actually need to change our trip from going to Florida to going to Vegas.
No,
so that we can help overcome. We can help you overcome that as a
that's not
as a
help.
team.
A support group
We'll
just for you.
We're gonna go. Yeah, shoulder to shoulder. We're going in.
No.
Yes.
That
Let's
would
wait.
be amazing.
Let's wait. Let's go to Florida. Let's go to Florida.
Baby
I'm
steps.
okay with that. Yes, let's go to Florida.
So I'm gonna bring. So the latest happenings. I guess, you know, we kind of just want to make sure that everybody knows that we are the host of a screener called Sprinter, and this is a movie that is actually produced from Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. This event is the first week of May. It is on a Monday, and we're actually going to be going to the AMC Theater that's off of South Boulevard. This movie is phenomenal, guys. If you haven't did or looked up any reviews on it, I know that it has been playing out in California areas, and it seems to be doing pretty good. We look forward to, like, you know, having you guys come out and join us there. I mean, why would you not want to be where the real agents of Charlotte are? Anyway, like, come on.
Right.
Yes,
Our
come
events.
out.
Yeah, anytime. So let's go into our funniest moments or situations that we've had as a real estate agent. Who has had something that is just going to make our viewers and listeners like roll out of their chairs?
Okay, so I have to share last weekend. It's funny and it's a venting moment. So I thank all of our listeners for letting me get this out. So last weekend, I had a client who is interested in a townhome. So I set up her showing, all that good stuff. And of course, I want to beat her there so I can get the lights on and really have it presented for her. So I love to dress up. I typically have on some type of skirt or heel or things of that nature. So I was all did up this day. And I go in, mind you, the showing on the market on MLS said that the pictures were vacant. So I go in, I open the door, and time I open the door and enter, I hear just aggressive barking. Like
Oh, God.
aggressive barking. Yes.
Oh, God.
And so I'm in probably about a 4-inch heel, stiletto heel. And when I tell you guys, I kicked those heels off so fast and ran out that door.
Oh my God.
I mean, kicked the heels off, ran out the door, tripped over the step.
Oh no.
I used to run, so I know I fell backwards. I knew I had to fall bottom. And then it was about 5 neighbors, because it's a townhome, 5 neighbors outside. And when I tell you, all of them had the most ignorant laugh.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It's so not cool.
I didn't have a chance to see. That's the
You
thing.
just heard the barking.
I didn't have the chance to see.
Right.
So now I'm upset because I'm like, I done fell. These neighbors is laughing. And I mean, like how y'all laughing, it was like,
Oh, that is not it.
So, I go in the car and put my sneakers on because, we got to be prepared for everything. I put my sneakers on. I'm automatically trying to text this listing agent like, you couldn't give me a heads up at the house. 1, is not vacant. 2, there's a dog. So now I'm looking because I'm like, okay, I hear the dog, but I don't see the dog. So now something's telling me it's probably put up. So I now that I have my sneakers on, I go upstairs to find the dog, and you guys, when I tell you, it was the world's smallest dog.
Oh my gosh.
I done kicked off my heels, done ran out the front door, fell flat on my rear end, and this dog literally could fit in the palm of my hand. I've never seen.
Serious?
I'm not exaggerating.
Why was the bark so loud?
That dog barked so loud
and aggressive to be so small.
And mind you,
Small ones are, yeah.
I have a 50-pound dog, so I'm hearing. When I saw that dog, I'm like, really?
Unbelievable. So
But
it's like
yes.
a little miniature dog.
See,
That
I
is
have
my
a
biggest
story
bark.
too. I fell too, but see, nobody saw me fall. So I had a client that they were relocating, so we were doing FaceTime showings. So I'm showing them this house, and I go in the garage, and I kind of lean in. I don't actually go all the way in because it's kind of cold, so I'm leaning in to kind of pan the phone. And so there's these shelves in the garage, and so they're like, "Oh, I want to see the shelves." Well, I have to go in the garage to see the shelves. So I'm paying attention to recording and not paying attention to walking. And there's a step down that I missed, and I fell. but the good thing about the fall was they couldn't even tell that I fell. Because this is how professional I am.
Oh, wow. Oh, you was a Beyonce with him.
I kept the phone right where it needed to be. I hit my knee. My knee was hurting, y'all. My knee and my hip. Lord, hurt my knee and my hip. But I kept that phone right
wow.
They didn't even know I fell. And then I'm just going on. And then the rest of the show, and I'm sitting here rubbing my knee and my hip. Showing them the rest of this house like, Lord, they better get this house. But they didn't get that house. They got another house because they had some kind of smell in that one. But they got another house. But I'm like, Lord, they better get something.
The talent.
After I done hurt myself.
Wow.
Yeah, that was pure skill.
I need y'all to be safe on these showings.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I had on some heels too.
Right.
Exactly. So you are listening to the Real Agents of Charlotte, where real meets real estate. If you are looking to purchase a home in the Carolinas, be sure to contact us. You can reach us in the office at 980-229-4940 or email us at info@leveluprealty.org. Again, that's info@leveluprealty.org. So let's go right into the next funniest moment. I had a funny moment. It was actually funny, but kind of sad.
Oh, Lord.
So I was previewing a listing, but it was a vacant property. And I went into the home. I had the front door open. I had my phone on the counter. And the back door was the type of back door where you have to turn the lock, like the key is in the door for you to unlock the door. Mm-hmm. I happened to go outside because they did something too with like the backyard. And I happened to go outside. I was like, oh yeah, the floors look really nice. I go into the backyard and the door shuts.
Oh no.
Ooh, it was locked.
It locked because the key was in. Okay, so again, the front door is open. I'm previewing the house to check and see that we're ready to put this house on the market. Everything's done. It's a go. And I said, well, let me go and just check out the backyard one more time. That's what I was doing. I was taking pictures, but I must have put my phone down on the counter.
And you just walked
Walked out the door because I was going to, I guess, maybe prompt the door up or whatever. And the back door shuts. Ooh. The keys on the inside. My car keys are on the inside. My phone is on the inside. And guess how high the fence was?
Taller than you.
Taller than me, 8 to 9 feet. 8 to 9 feet. So I go to the door, the gateway of the gate, and guess what's on the freaking gate?
No.
A lot.
Because that was my first thought. Just get out the gate.
So get out the gate, right? So that was my first thought, was get out the gate. How am I going to get out the gate? Because my keys is in the house. My freaking phone is in the house. The door is shut. My car's in the front. And the only thing I could think about was the worst of the worst.
You climbed that fence.
I scaled that darn Were you say yes? Because I was thinking, oh my God, I'm in a panic. I was panicking. I'm running around the gate like I'm running around the gate like I'm trying like a squirrel or something going round and round and round. Because I'm like, I don't know if I was running around because I thought that it was gonna get like shorter as I was running around, but I think I was just trying to get it together. And so I was like, the fence is too high because if I jump, like I'm probably gonna break my freaking leg or something. So, but I'm like, okay, but you gotta make a decision because if somebody goes to the front door, the freaking door is open.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Your keys is in the house. Your phone is in the house. They can just pop that door on your car. Your purse is in the car and drive off. So I'm like, okay, listen. Fight or flight. You have to make a decision right now. I have no more seconds left. Make a decision. What are we gonna do? So I'm trying to climb. Listen, I got on heels. I'm trying to climb up the fence with my heels, and every time I would put my foot on that wooden fence, it would just down to the bottom. Down to the bottom. And then finally, I was like, "Oh my God, there's a trash can that's back here."
Yes.
Okay, what am I gonna do to get over the trash can? Mind you, those trash cans are really high. Like they almost come, like for me, I'm like 5'2". It comes up to almost like to your bosom.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So I pulled the trash can to the side. Now I'm trying to get myself on the trash can. The trash can is empty, so it bears no weight. It bears no weight. So every time I'm trying to jump up, I'm like, I think I can do this. I do not have upper body strength. So I'm like, oh my God, it's taking all of me to get, it probably took me like 10 tries to finally get up on that top of that trash can. And then when I stand up on top of the trash can, it's like, oh.
Please don't fall in.
It's like, what now? It's like, what now? So I try to sit on the top of the fence, and it's a wooden fence. And then it kind of like, it's like, okay, am I going to move? Am I going to stay? Am I going to move? So I'm like, okay, that's not going to even work. I can't even do that because I'm going to have to pay for a freaking fence. What am I going to do? And so what did I do? Jumped.
Oh my gosh.
I took those heels off, threw them over the fence. Yeah, because even at that point when I stood up, the fence was still coming to knee length.
Right.
So you're going to have to I had to put one foot on top of the fence and then the other one and just free fall down. Goodness. And when I tell you, the ground was kind of moist too, it hurt like a mother. So once I got on the ground, it was just like, don't scream. Just hold it in. I was like, I don't want nobody to know. Because there was also the neighbor across the street.
I just see you going
when I saw her car pull up, I wanted to scream from inside of the fence to say, help! But how was she going to help? Right. So I was like, it's nothing she could do. It's no need. So I just literally watched this lady go in her house, and I was like, God, like I let the opportunity to get away, but there's nothing that she can do. So anyway, I lay on the ground, and finally, after I could muster enough strength, I'm literally like tears are coming out my eyes. As I could muster enough strength, I limped to the door. You could just see me limping to the door. Everything else I needed to do that day at that house was over. Like, no more pictures, no more nothing. I do not care at this point because I'm broken. I mean, it broke me down to the point of no return.
I would have got my stuff and got in the car and cried on the way.
Oh, jeez. Exactly. Yeah, I almost just left my heels on the ground because after that I was done. Like, that much impact, I have never fallen that far, that high in my entire life.
Oh my God.
Did you break anything?
Like, I didn't break anything, but I felt broke. Right. You know, it's like,
Oh Lord.
like, cause I would never jump from something like that. Like, who does that?
Helen.
Exactly. Because your time's getting hard. You're gonna have to take some type of jump. I think that jump for us is too like real estate. We are entrepreneurs, and every single day it feels like that freaking jump off of that fence. So I will never ever forget the address or anything around that home because that was the worst of the worst. But it was funny because now I can laugh about the time that I had to scale a fence. Yeah, funny.
Gave us some good content.
So, Ree, do you have anything that you have to spotlight for us?
I actually do. I want to get serious just for a moment. I saw recently on the news, I'm sure you guys saw it too, the little girl Faye in South Carolina who was missing, and they recently found her body and she was deceased. And that hit home for me because, of course, I have little children, but also we've been seeing a lot of children lately who have been going missing, getting snatched up. And the thing is, she was right in her front yard. Her mom was right there watching her. She took her eyes off for however many seconds, and the little girl was gone. So for me, I just want to spotlight the fact that you guys, we have to make sure that we are being diligent in not just watching our own kids, but we have to be a village. Everybody always says, the old saying, it takes a village, but I don't feel like now in this day and age we adhere to that. Back in the day, everybody in the neighborhood was watching out. We had grandmas, we had aunts and uncles. If your mom or your parents weren't home yet, the neighbors will be looking out for you and things like that. In this day and age, I don't think a lot of that is happening, and it's obvious because kids are going missing. Just like a couple months ago, the little girl went missing from a birthday party. She was at a birthday party, and there were people around, adults around. And honestly, you guys, I just want to spotlight our children, spotlight their safety, and just make sure that we are doing what we need to do. If you see something, say something. Yeah. Even if it doesn't, if it doesn't look right, whether you're right or wrong, I would rather you say something and be wrong and apologize than don't say anything and later on down the line you find out that you could have done something to prevent that. Like I said, I have little children, so for me that really hits home. And then, as you guys know, my son is nonverbal, so he can't speak to me, he can't speak to anybody. So if somebody were to snatch him, he wouldn't be able to tell you
or do anything
or
even make noise to let somebody know.
We have to make sure that we are being the village for everybody around us. It's so important, guys. And I know we like to say, well, what are the parents doing and this and that? But if you're a parent, sometimes things happen. Sometimes you have to walk away and do something really quickly. Or sometimes, you don't want to not let your kids go play for the fear. Yeah. But in this day and age, it's hard. It's difficult. So honestly, for me, I just wanted to make that my spotlight today. Everybody just be a village. If you see something, say something. Stop thinking that it's not our business. Stop thinking that, that doesn't have anything to do with me. Because if it was your child, you will want everybody to make it their business. Yeah. So that's all I have on that. We can go back to being funny and lighthearted, but I did just want to highlight that because that's something that's very, very, very important to me. Very,
very important, guys. So remember to speak up, and don't feel like you're doing too much or that you're in anyone's business. Absolutely. Because their business is our business. We at Level Up Realty, again, we are about community. Our prayers and thoughts go out to the parents, to the family members, to all that was involved, and to the community in general. You have just listened to another one of our podcast segments. We appreciate you for continuing to follow us. We are the Real Agents of Charlotte. And remember, if you are wanting to purchase a home in the Carolinas, look no further. Find your real agent at www.leveluprealty.org.
You just leveled up and listened to another segment of the Real Agents of Charlotte, where real meets real estate. Don't forget to let us know, how are you liking our show? Tell us what you'd like to hear more of, and follow us on YouTube and on SoundCloud. Like and share, level up.